Don't you love it when individuals from your past tend to keep haunting you? But don't you also love when new and rising prospects tend to be too egotistical for their own good? But luckily for the Spiteful Brute, PPW has granted her a wonderful birthday gift. As this Saturday, I'm going to be facing off against Journey Burke, Esquire, who has never defeated the Spiteful Brute in a match before, but also Nat Castle, who has absolutely no idea who he's going to be stepping in the ring with. Now, if I have to take off 2 human heads simultaneously just to prove to you, PPW, that I am a valuable asset for your PPW Women's Champion, then I'll gladly do so.
Pale ale, delicious on a hot summer day. Check out Funk Brewing.
Only one of them, EJ?
Brooklyn, New York.
Well,
The Latina Spice, Nat Castle.
Nat Castle coming to the ring. Johnny, tell us a little bit about Natty Castle.
Well, Nat Castle sometimes accompanies Los Toxicos to the ring, but she is a competitor in her own right, and she's been attempting to carve out a piece of the action for herself. Back in April, she did make her singles debut in a loss against Simone Valentina, and now she finds herself possibly outmatched in tonight's three-way dance between Journey Burke and Harleen Lopez. I am very excited for this one, Paul. A lot of women's action tonight. One of 3 matches that are going to be on the card.
Well, now I'll tell you what, Johnny. I mean, whoever wins this match tonight should be considered probably the #1 contender. Wouldn't you say so, EJ?
I believe that stipulation was put in place. We mentioned that on Spark.
Well, I wasn't on Spark. And here she comes, Journey Burke, Esquire.
Journey Burke, Esquire.
And Journey seems to be a little desperate for a victory here. Last month, she was pinned by Dani in a singles match, and now she basically has to claw her way back to the top. Like I said before on Spark, our pre-show, everybody's gunning for Sami Chaos's head.
Yeah, absolutely. EJ, one thing I wanted to say about Journey Burke, and you would probably notice the change more than anybody, she's gone back to a little more of a hardcore style. You see the black tights, the black shirt. She's gone hardcore. This warrior has gone hardcore.
I'll tell you what, she now calls herself the master of lawfare, Journey Burke.
And speaking of hardcore, Paul,
I'll tell you what, it doesn't come any tougher than Harleen Lopez. We haven't seen her since March. She was out with a concussion. And I'll tell you what, if she wins tonight, Sami Chaos or Adina Steele, whoever that champion is, has a bullseye on their back. Really big.
That's right, and Harleen might have been out in PPW, but she's been keeping busy in the months since. Just in May, she had matches in other independent wrestling promotions against Stardom's Megan Bain, as well as Ring of Honor alumni Cheeseburger in an intergender match.
And I'll tell you what, she was trained by Cheeseburger, so it's a little bit about the student and the master going one-on-one.
Of course, we've had Cheeseburger here at PPW. We've called plenty of matches for him over the years. Excellent competitor. As you said, Ring of Honor alum, and I believe trainer, too, at Ring of Honor.
Yes, they're wrong with Delirious.
I just received a text message from our general manager, Mr. Ruda. This match is now a #1 contenders match.
Oh, Freddie making the statement.
PPW Women's Champion.
We are getting Acres overload tonight.
Well, I'll tell you what, we announced that a little bit earlier. Mr. Ruda, I guess, had to text Freddie to remind him that.
Freddie didn't watch Spark. There's her answer.
Exactly. He's not subscribed to our PPW YouTube channel, but I know all of you are.
And we got all the scoops.
And folks, I mean, new format. We're going to be premiering this live. We're going to have watch parties for the new episodes of PPW High Voltage. So you want to follow us on social media, and you know what? You'll be able to interact with all of us while it premieres live.
That's right. It's going to be a great time.
Oh, and there you see that martial arts training by Harleen Lopez as she just...
That's right. Harleen Lopez is a prize fighter, Paul. And look, I know we're not supposed to be biased here, but I'm a big fan. I've been waiting for her return these past few months.
And a drop down there, toe hold there, and Harleen was hung out over the second rope. And Journey Burke and Nat Castle, a little bit of alliance here, EJ.
Absolutely, but you know, in a triple threat match, alliances are always short-lived, Paul Bo.
Yes, they last about as long as your marriages did.
You know what, let's not even bring those up. It's like Voldemort.
Castle now with the go behind out. Journey Burke switches position, drops her down, and Castle off that middle rope. A la Rey Mysterio drop kick down low.
Tell you what, Nat Castle is playing to her natural advantage. She has that low center of gravity. You know what, that makes it difficult for a taller fighter to challenge her in that ring. She's quick and she can get underneath her holds.
Look at her walk in the rope. Nice lucha arm drag by Natty Castle.
Unbelievable.
And of course, Harleen Lopez taking a strategic route in this match, waiting for the right moment to strike. Look at that, Paul.
From behind. There's that little bit of that amateur background that Harleen possesses. You know, I was talking to her before the event tonight, and she said that was her second concussion she suffered a few weeks ago. The first one was when she was wrestling amateur, and there's that freestyle
Tell you what,
right there.
Female amateur wrestling is a growing sport all across the country. High school girls wrestling is a growing sport. And you know what, you're going to see a lot more women in wrestling with that amateur background in the coming years.
That's right, and Harleen is in peak condition here. The way that she performs, the way she locks in those submissions. It's not something you see very often, especially around here. And I think she's just a joy to watch. And again, if I had to hedge my bets on anybody taking the head of Sammy Chaos, it would have to be Harleen Lopez.
Oh, big back elbow by Journey and another back elbow. Hard whip to the corner. Journey stacking them up.
Look at that.
Oh man, big boot washed the face of both of them. Lopez got the end of that one.
Stacking it up like a disposition.
And you could tell that.
Whoa, man.
Wow.
Here's a roll up by Journey, roll through by Lopez, and a kick there, Pele kick on the ground. EJ, I think that was more instinct by Journey Burke.
Yeah, absolutely. And now she is taking control of this matchup. Tried to hook the leg there. Harleen Lopez managed to reverse. And there's Nat Castle in the mix. Back in the mix, I should say. Double leg takeover, a little bit of amateur there from Journey Burke.
Yeah, no one's going to get a pinfall when all three women are in the ring. Just not going to happen.
Freddie on way to the commode, as you can see him running there. He gave me the wrong ring cards. I don't need ring cards. I'm a pro, EJ.
Look at this. Harleen Lopez masterfully working her way out of those dual whips.
You know what? I was going to ask you, Paul, but what were you doing letting Freddie in there? Look at that. Harleen Lopez with the German suplex, and she held on. And she's taking her all the way down the Rhine with those German suplexes.
And EJ, you're an MMA guy. Do you see a lot of that martial arts background in Harleen Lopez?
You know what? You see more, as we said before, that amateur wrestling, which nation, modern mixed martial arts. Here we go. Harleen Lopez, Nat Castle quickly breaks that count up.
Lots of strength displayed by Nat Castle here with those takedowns.
Absolutely. Off the middle rope. We have a rambunctious fan coming up behind
He's
us.
our ring crew guy. He's our, he gets the gear. That's Bilbo Baggins. We hired him from the Shire. Oh, nice face plant by Natty Castle.
Here we, and looks like Nat Castle missed her chance there as Journey Burke rolled outside.
Sorry to interrupt. This could be a chance. Hard to score a pinfall.
Oh, man! Not to cut you off, Johnny, but did you see that headbutt?
I did.
Right on the bridge of the nose. And now there's the
Submission
submission
locked
there.
in.
And Natty, no time she's going to tap out.
Ladies and gentlemen, here is your winner, the Spiteful Brute, Harleen Lopez.
Wow, the way she locked in that crossface was amazing.
Absolutely. I mean, what a vicious maneuver that is.
And you can see Nat Castle screaming in pain. And now Harleen doesn't want Tommy Pro to touch her. I don't blame her.
Absolutely not.
Like I said, folks, Harleen is destined for big things here at PPW.
And she will take on the winner tonight of Sammy Chaos and Adina Steele next month at PPW Conquest on August 10th.
Pulbo, what do we have coming up on the card?
Well, Johnny, I'll let you read it, Johnny, what's coming up.
Oh, you will? Thank you. We got a golden ticket qualifier. Back to you. Would you like to explain what the golden ticket is?
I will. There'll be 4 qualifying matches, 2 this month, 2 next month. It'll culminate September 14th with a ladder match and a golden briefcase held high above the ring. Whoever wins that will have a championship opportunity 1 year to cash in.